and good day to you, sir. My name is Sandra Dugyal, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Rhino Construction Senior Berhad.
Assalamualaikum and hello to our panel. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Nurul Amanina binti Burhan from Rhino Construction Sdn Berhad. My position in this company is Deputy Executive Officer.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. I'm Siti Nur Khalidah binti Jeffrey and I'm from EP 1166A. I am from the company Rhino Construction and I am the project director.
So hello to our panel. I would like to introduce myself, and my name is Courtney Ichin, and I am from Rhino Construction Sdn Berhad, and my position of the company is Human Resources and Administrative Director. So,
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. My name is Nur Hasmiza binti Kayat. I'm from AP 1166A. I am a financial director of Rhino Construction Sdn Berhad. Okay, today I am going to introduce our company profile. Okay, Rhino Construction Sdn Berhad was founded in 2016. This company has been slowly gaining experience in every project, but not only in Sarawak, but also in West Malaysia and Sabah. Mission. Our mission is to offer high quality service with reasonable cost in accordance with statutory practice codes of the products and integrity, and a good final product with specified time given. The vision. Our vision is to become the most preferred choice by the employers and to be able to be leased in the top. Our vision is to become the most preferred choice by the employers and to be able to be leased on the top competitive companies with higher performance while enriching the communities. This is our list completed project that we have been done. The first one is purpose 78 unit semi-detached house and up to done. The second one is a new double-story project at 5 Mil Kuching at Samaba Park. It has been completed in 2018. And Kuching City Drainage at Padang Merdeka. Board of Directors. This is a board of directors. This is our director, Sandra, our chief executive officer, Nurul Amanina as a deputy chief executive officer, Siti Nur Khalidah, our project director, Courtney Ichin Anak Jeffrey, our human resource and administrative director, and I'm Nur Hasmiza binti Kayat as a financial director. This is organization chart of our company. Our company, this is the list of the company registrations: Suruhanjaya, Syarikat Malaysia, Lembaga Hasil Dalam Negeri, Construction Industry Development Board, CIDB, Bahagian Bangunan Kontraktor and Usahawan, BPKU, Unit Pendaftaran Kontraktor Negeri Sarawak, UPK, Kementerian Kewangan Malaysia, KKM, Kumpulan Wang Simpanan Pekerja, KWSP, and Pertubuhan Keselamatan Sosial Malaysia, PERKESO. So this is from me. And thank you.
So for task 2A, I will simply brief about a tender submission, tender deposit, and then form of tender, letter of acceptance, and summary of tender for this project. This is the document tender for project cadangan membina dan menyiapkan sebuah dewan serbaguna. Yeah. And this is the notice tarikh tutup tender, which is on 13 April 2020. And this is our one post for this project. This is our form of tender, which signed by the contractor, which is Rhino Construction Sdn Bhd, signed by the Chief Executive Officer of the Rhino Construction. These are the letters of acceptance from the client. I'm going to show you the summary of tender. So this is the price for preliminaries and general condition, for bill 1, bill 2 provisional sums, bill 3 piling works, and then building works, external works, mechanical and electrical works. And this is already been calculated all the materials based on a bill from the client. So this is our certificate of license and grade pendaftaran. We are in grade 5. For our project period is from 23rd April 2020 until 4th June 2021. So that's all from me in task 2.
Hello, I'm Nurul Amanina and I will explain the tender summary and preliminaries work. As you can see, our period of contract is 12 months and the contract sum in our project is 4,619,854.65 ringgit Malaysia. Next is our tender summary. As you can see, they got 6 items. Yeah, the price of our preliminaries and general condition is 238,959.90 ringgit Malaysia. The percentage of our preliminaries is 5.17%. Provisional sum, the cost is 67,000 ringgit Malaysia, and the percentage is only 1.45%, and the piling works is 672,804 ringgit, and the percentage is 14.56%. The building works has the highest percent ever in the our tender summary, which is 71.58%, and the cost of our building work is 3,306,937.20 ringgit Malaysia, and the external work, the amount is 165,038.58 ringgit Malaysia, and the percentage is only 3.457. Mechanical and electrical work is the total cost of mechanical and electrical work is 169,114.97 ringgit Malaysia, and the percentage of mechanical and electrical work is 3.66%. How that I get the percentage is the total the amount of preliminaries and general condition divided by the total of tender summary and times by 100%. So that's how I got the percentage of each of this. Next is the preliminaries work. This is preliminaries work based on drawing. They got 14 items, As you can see, the first is contractor site office, client site office, wash pit, consultant meeting room, contractor meeting room, canteen, signboard, workers accommodation, temporary water supply, temporary storage 1 and 2, portable toilet for consultant and workers and guardhouse. The total sum of Primary's work based on drawing this is 120,000 and 788 ringgit point 56 ringgit Malaysia. So this is the total of Premier's work based on drawing. Next is the Premier's work based on the tender one. In the tender, they got 18 items, which is a really important thing that can be used in the construction project. Yeah, the first is temporary scaffolding, temporary hoarding and gantries, watching and lighting, plant and machineries, temporary electricity supply, keeping site dry, safety and precaution, first aid kit, site fire prevention, program and progress chart, progress report, photograph, site meeting, setting out, performance bond, prime cost, obligation statutory, demolish dumping area. When all of these item is added, it will become 118,171.34 ringgit Malaysia. Next is our piling works price. So it costs 672 and 809 ringgit Malaysia. So this is a list down of our building works. First is WBLFF, the highest amount in our project, which is 1,539 and 739.53 ringgit Malaysia. And the second one is frame. Frame is a really important components in construction. Okay, so first is the amount of frame is 329,071 and 771.22 ringgit Malaysia. The third one is roof. The amount for roof is 704 and 554.49 ringgit Malaysia. Step has the lowest price in the building works, and the price is 2,736.36 ringgit Malaysia. The fifth one is internal wall. Internal wall is also the very important components in the building works, and the price of internal wall is 68,911.80 ringgit Malaysia. External wall and door, they got 14 items in the building works. As I mentioned before, the total of building works is really high, which is 3,306,90 and 937.20. So that's all for me. I will explain about another parts, which is in the task break. Thank you.
So, as for my part, I'm going to summarize the tender summary for task 2. And the total summary for piling work is 672,804 ringgit. The material used is precast concrete pile. So as for the next one, the total summary for building work is 3,306,937 ringgit and 20 cent. This table shows the element for the building work included for the construction project, which is Work below lower floor finish around 1 million. Frame 300,000. Roof 700,000. Step 2,000. Internal wall 68,000. External wall 104,000, 108,000. Door 36,000. Window 57,000. Internal floor finishes around 46,000. Internal wall finishes around 121,000. Internal ceiling finishes around 99,000. External finishes 146,000. Sanitary fittings 31,000 and sundries 12,000. So the overall of the building work is around 3 million and 306,937 ringgit and 20 cent. And the next is the total summary for external work is 165,038 ringgit and 58 cent. And these are the elements included for the external work, which is site clearings and earthworks around 21,000, surface water drainage around 23,000, roadworks around 37,000, water reticulation works around 47,000, and sewerage reticulation works around 35,000. So the amount is around 165,038 ringgit and 58 cent in total.
So now I will be presenting for task 2. Okay, so this is the project detail. The project title is Cadangan Membina dan Menyiapkan Dewan Serbaguna bagi kegunaan Fakulti Seni Bina Perancangan dan Ukur. And the site location is at Lot 3442, Samarahan Land District, Jalan Antingan, Kampus Kota Samarahan, Universiti Teknologi Mara UiTM Sarawak. So, next is the site layout. As I shown here, this is the site layout. So this is where we locate the proposed building. This is the entrance and exit survey. This is where the worker accommodation is located. The surau, canteen, store. As we seen here, we have one store, one store, and this is the water tank, and then this is the consultant office, and then this is the contractor office. Okay, so
For task 3, first I'm going to brief about a performance bond. So we are using Maybank as our bank guarantee. So these are the following statement, which is a bank guarantee form for performance security. So which signed by the guarantor, financial team is a guarantor, and a guarantee is the contractor, which is Rhino Construction Center Berhad, as a guarantor. So next is we are using loan pack insurance Berhad for our insurance, and this is an application for contractor all risk, and this is the cover note. And then next is application for public liability. So we are using the same bank insurance company. So this is the cover note for the public liability. The third one is this is an application for a workman compensation. These are the cover note for workman compensation insurance. So all of this insurance were attached with the schedule and the policies itself. For SOCSO, this is all the form or SOKSO, which is borang satu pendaftaran majikan, and then borang dua pendaftaran pekerjaan, and then borang pendaftaran ID portal Pekeso, and this is the Pekeso surat account majikan. This is the example of IC attachment for employees. So yeah. So that's all from me in task 3.
Okay, so now I will be presenting our task 3. Okay, this is the detailed site drawings for the site layout. Site layout drawings. As we seen here, this is the proposed building. This is the workers' accommodation, and this is the office and meeting rooms. This is car park, and then this is the guardhouse. This is where the entrance is. Okay, as I mentioned before. And next is area network diagram. Okay, area network diagram. Okay, site possession, preliminaries, general prelim, and then temporary scaffoldings, temporary electrical and water, temporary buildings. So it takes about 7 days. Temporary building such as site office, meeting room, canteen, guardhouse, temporary storage, portable toilet, workers' accommodation, and wash pit, demolishing, dumping area, signboards, and so on. That is the temporary buildings. And then the piling works. The piling works takes about 60 days. So it starts on 15 May of 2020 and finish on 23rd July 2020. And then the building works takes about 315 days. So it starts on 10 June 2020 until 19 May 2021. So okay, this is all the building works. And then okay, this is all of the building works. All of this. Okay, and then this is the architectural works. Our architectural work starts on 10 February 2021 until 17 May 2021. So it takes about 87 days to 87 days. Installation of door, brick masonry, installation of windows, wall finishes, internal floor finishes, internal ceiling finishes, external finishes, installation of sanitary fittings, sun-dries, concrete ramp, countertop. All of this is the architectural works. And then the external works takes about 7 days. Start from 20 May 2021 until 27 May 2021. Okay. External works are surface water drainage, mechanical and electrical, signage, roadworks, provisional sum. Okay. And flagpoles, built in furniture, and this is the project complete. Okay.
So as for my part, I'm going to explain the project planning for task 3. So this is the project detail. So the project title is Cadangan Membina dan Menyiapkan Sebuah Dewan Serbaguna in Kampus Samarahan 1 UiTM. And the contract period is around 12 months, which is 1 year. So the commencement date will be 23rd of April 2020, and the date of completion will be around 4th of June 2021, and the overall tender price will be 4,619,854 ringgit and 65 cent. And I'm going to present about the work program of the project. This is the work program that I've created for the project. So this is the Gantt chart, and this is the date, the detail, the duration for the project. So the duration of the project will be around 365 days, starting from 23rd of April, finish on 4th of June. So according to the contract, the site position is given on 23rd of April. So that's when the general prelims and plants and machineries will be started too. Both of these tasks will be started on the same day, and also including the site clearings and earthwork. So site clearings and earthwork is the first physical work to be carried out on the site. Right after the site clearing and earthworks, the next work will be setting out and surveying of the overall site. After setting out is done, then the temporary scaffolding and hoardings and temporary electricity and water supply can be carried out on the same day, right after the setting out and surveying work is done. After this, the next task is temporary building. So once both of these are done, both of these tasks are done, so the temporary building will be carried out. So the temporary buildings will be carried out in sequence to avoid hectic and problems on site. So the first will be site office. Right after that will be meeting room, canteen, guard, guardhouse, temporary storage, and portable toilet. However, portable toilet can be done less in a day. And also, once this once each of these tasks can be done less than a day, the next task will be proceeded right immediately. So back to the workers' accommodation. So the workers' accommodation will be minus 1 day because the portable toilet can be done in less than a day. So the accommodation can be carried out right after this. And after workers' accommodation is done, the next task is wash pit, followed by dumping area, signboard, and watching and lighting. So once the prelim work is done, the next one is piling work. So the piling work will be carried out in 60 days, starting from 15th of May until 33rd of July. So this is the size of the piling work, which is 200 millimeter times 200 millimeters. So which is a precast concrete piles. So after the piling work is completed, then building works will be followed by. So the first task for the building work is WBLFF, work below lowest floor finish. The first WBLFF work to be carried out is excavation and filling work. So it took around 9 days to do so. And after the excavation and filling work is done, then the next task will be pile caps. So this building work uh, must have to be carried out in sequence because if it's not, there will be a very hectic problems over here. So we wanted to avoid that. We want to avoid the duration also. We want to avoid the hectic problems, and we want to minimize the duration of the course because there will be around 20 workers as I mentioned before. So the first task for the pile caps will be termite control. So the adding of the termite control will be done right after excavation and filling work. After that, carry out followed by DPM, the improved membrane, then the link concrete, installation of rebar, formwork, and concreting. So after the pile cap is done, then column stump should be constructed. However, the installation of rebar and pile caps will be combined together because it is the same structure. So the the first after the rebar is constructed, so the formwork can be done after the concreting for the pile caps. After the formwork, there will be a concreting work for the column stump. After the column stump, the next task will be ground beam. So the first task for the ground beam is link concrete. So there is a -6 days here because the link concrete can be carried out right after the column stump is poured. The concreting for column stump is poured and there is a few days of curing process. So instead of waiting for the curing process, uh, the link concrete for the ground beam can be started first. After that, there will be rebar installation and followed by formwork, and the last one will be concreting. So after the ground beam is done, the next task will be ground slab. So add the termite control because there will be a -15 days here because it can be carried out right after the formwork is done because the pouring concrete can be done in the less worker needed to less workers is needed to do the work. So after that, after the after the concreting work is done, then proceed with the DPM, which is the improved membrane for the ground slab, and proceed by laying concrete, reinforcement bar, and concreting. So once the ground slab is done, the next task will be apron slab. So for the anti-termite control for apron slab, it will be done it will be done after the pouring concrete for ground slab is done. So there will be a -5 days here because the 5 days is the curing process for the concrete. So after that, there will be a additional of the improved membrane, link concrete, installation of rebar, formwork, concreting. After that, the next task is perimeter drain and MS grading. So this is a drainage. So as stated here, there is an excavation work. S- So for the excavation work of perimeter drain, it will be constructed at the initial stage, which is here. Excavation and filling work for the work below lower flow finish because it can be carried out together to reduce duration and also to reduce the plant and machinery cost. After the excavation work is done, then there will be an anti-termite control to be added because it is below the ground level to prevent the termite destroying the material of the and the quality for the project. After that, there is a -7 days is because the anti-termite control can be done right after the curing process of concreting for apron slab. So after the anti-termite control, they will be installing foam work, followed by drain laying, bricklaying work, plastering work and the installation of the MS grating for the drain. And after the perimeter drain is completed, the next task will be the superstructural works. So it will be carried out right after the work below lower floor finish work is completed. So the first one is column. So the first thing to first thing is compulsory for the column will be rebar, formwork, and concreting. So after that, the next task is lower roof beam. And the installing of the rebar, there will be a minus 12 days from this date. So the reinforcement bar can be done right after the pouring concreting work for the column. And after that will be a formwork and concreting. So after lower roof beams, there will be an intermediate roof beams. So same as before, the reinforcement bar can be carried out after the pouring concrete process is done for the lower roof beam, although it has to be stage by stage. Then the next one will be formwork and concreting. So after intermediate roof is done, there will be a upper roof beam for the project. So here there will be an installing of rebar. It can be done right after the pouring concrete process for intermediate roof beam, and there will be a formwork after that. Can be done right after concreting work. Uh, Formwork, and the next and last task for the upper roof beam will be concreting. So once the roof beam is done, there will be a roof and roof fumbling. So these tasks will be done in sequence uh, to avoid hectic. And so for the roof trusses, it will be built in 11 days. Right after roof trusses, the roofing underlays will be constructed. And after that, there will be roof covering, which is the zinc. And after the roof covering, there will be a rainwater goods. This is the last process for the roof plumbing and roof. So after the roof and roof plumbing works is done, the next task will be steps or stairs for the hall for the project. So the step may take up to 12 or 13 days. Assume 13 days, and it is carried out right after the rainwater goods is constructed. After that, there will be an architectural work. So the first archi work will be brick masonry. This is including the internal and external works for the project. So there will be minus 53 days here. 9.53 days is because the step this is the curing day for the step, so it it can be done right after the pouring concrete for the step. And the step is quite small, so can be done immediately or can be done the worker one or two workers are needed for step. So to reduce the duration, the brick masonry should be done quicker. After brick masonry is done, as I stated before, it includes the internal and external works, internal and external walls. So after that, there will be an installation of doors and window. So door and window can be done in one day because to reduce the duration, and it can be done very fast. So after the door and windows is installed, next task will be wall finishes, and after wall finishes will be floor finishes. So there is a minus 4 days because the painting work here can be done around two or two. The painting works can be done by the painter or the general labor, which is around 2 or 3 general labor can complete the internal wall finishes. So in order to reduce the time, the floor finishes will be commenced 4 days before the wall finishes is completed. And after floor finishes, there will be followed by the ceiling finishes. After ceiling finishes is done, the next task will be external finishes and the installation of sanitary fittings. So these are the archi works for the building. And the next one will be sundries. So there are two types of sundries, which is concrete ram and countertop. Both of these sundries can be done in one day because it is small and there's a lot of workers, so we try to reduce the time so it can be done in one day. And it is constructed right after the installation of sanitary fittings. So after that, oh, and for the external works, there will be a site clearing and earthworks, and it is done at the initial stage of the project. So it is done here, can be done together. So after that, the next external works is surface water drainage, and it can be done right after sundries, and followed by the road works. And as for the water reticulation works, it need to be done at the very initial stage of the project, which is around right after site clearings and earthworks to avoid unwanted problems or failures, because the water reticulation works is constructed below, it is under the building, so it has to be done at the initial stage. After water reticulation works is done, the next task will be sewerage reticulation works. So reticulation works can be done right after road work. Yeah, right after road work. So the next one will be M&E works, mechanical and electrical works. So M&E work can be commenced right after the completion of sundries or right after the completion of the building works to avoid messy and hectic problems. So after the M&E works is done, then there will be the professional sum. So for the signage, it can be done right after sundries too. And for the flag poles, it needs to be carried out right after the road works is done, followed by the built-in furniture. So for the built-in furniture, we will for the built-in furniture, it will be constructed right after every task, every work for the project is completed. So it is the last physical work to be involved in the work program. So according to this according to this schedule, the project will be completed on 4th of June 2021. Hmm. So this is the cash flow that I'm about to present for Rhino Construction. And this is the cash flow that I've created for the project, starting from April 2020 and ends around June 2021. And it is according to the scheduled work program. So for the preliminaries, each month will need to be paid. So 1 month, the summary for preliminaries will be 15,930 ringgit and 66 cents. And for the second one is signages. It will be paid around May, which is the total is 30,000. And for flagpole, the flagpole and the signage will be combined together around May. So, and this is the cash flow for piling work. and the piling work will be paid higher for July 2020. And this is the building work, the cash flow for building work. So there will be a lot of work to be commenced at the back of at, at the back of the cash flow here, because there is a lot of work to be done in a short time. So there's a section according to here. And so this is the total for the amount, and proposed monthly weightage is a total price for 1 month, and how many the price of the each element is divided. So and then this is the accumulative until it get 4,619,854.65 and proposed monthly weightage is the percentage from the proposed monthly weightage. So this is the percentage of this one, and this is the accumulative gain from the monthly weightage. Hmm. So the next task that I am going to present is the S-curve, the financial S-curve and the physical S-curve of the project. This is the S-curve that I've gained from the cash flow just now. So at the month of August, this is the highest claim that we can do. So for the August, the claim is cost around 685,930 ringgit and 66 cents. And the lowest will be April, which is 37,230 ringgit and 66 cents. So as the project go by and the cash flow will be constant. So there is a straight line over here, and this is the uh, this is the this is the cost, and this is the graph that we can get from the cash flow. Mm. And now I'm going to present the physical S-curve. So this is the S-curve that we can gain from the work program and cash flow, where there is a higher physical work involved in May 2021, because the worker will separately doing the work to decrease the duration of the project. And and on this month, there is no critical work, so it can be done in a flexible way. And however, on the early stage, there will be a very critical path or task, so which is why this happens. Mm.
Okay. Next, I will present about a schedule on a task 3B, which is a schedule of labor, material, and machineries and plant. Hello, I'm Nurul Amanina. So next is I will present for schedule for task 3B. First schedule is labor schedule. Where I got this list is from method statement, and also the data the number of this I got from the method statement that needed on the construction site. Okay, next is material schedule. This list also I got from the method statement, but doesn't have any accurate quantity that material used day by day. So the gray one is actually from work removal, and the green one is for public holiday, and the peach one is
for Sunday. Okay, this material that needed day by day for our project, so we only refer to method statement only, and the CPM for the public holiday to make sure it same the schedule. This is the plant and machinery schedule, which is that also needed on the construction site. Yeah, as you can see, there doesn't have any exact quantity. Also, this is only based on method statement, and actually this is our planning for our project on the construction site for our construction project. Okay, same goes to another month. It's all the same. The machine plant and machineries is all the same. Okay, thank you.
And now I will be presenting on our task 4. This is the site organization chart. This is our site supervisor. This is our project SHO, and under her are site safety supervisor and site security. This is also our site supervisor. This is our senior quantity surveyor, and under her was site quantity surveyor. This is our project engineer, and under him are site engineer, assistant site engineer, and work inspector. So this is, and then lastly this is our admin executive, and under her are site clerk, 2 site clerk, Shifa and Awisa. Is the job description, project manager job description are to ensure that all projects are delivered on time, within scope and within budget, to ensure resource availability and allocation, and develop a detailed project plan to monitor and track progress. The job description for site supervisor, both of our site supervisor is in coordination with the full-time construction supervisor, identify existing electricity related problem and suggest appropriate solution in consultation with project manager. Also, the undertake measurement of electrical site works in support of contractor payment requests. They also ensure the strict implementation of quality control standards and procedures on the sites, and report regularly to the supervisor. And also they assist in preparation of progress report on construction activities. And next is project SHO. The job description for project SHO is continuous inspection of project sites, and to ensure hazard-free environment. Okay, and then promoting safe practice on site, creating and enforcing safety guidelines and programs, and they also responding to worker safety concern. Okay, and then next is senior quantity surveyor. The job description for senior quantity surveyor is to prepare tender documents, contract, budgets, bill of quantities, and other documentation. And they measure and value the work done on site, and they also track changes to design and construction work, and adjust budget projection accordingly. Okay, next is project engineer. The job description for project engineer is preparing, scheduling, coordinating, and monitoring assigned engineering projects. They also formulating projects parameters and assigning responsibilities to the most capable employees and also monitor the project team. Okay, next is admin executive. Okay, so they prepare financial statements, reports, memos, invoice letters, and other documents. They also be answering phones and routing calls to the correct person or taking message. They also handling a basic bookkeeping task, and the filing and retrieving corporate records, documents, and reports. Okay, okay. So next is safety and health reports. Okay, so this is basic safety and health. So we need to wear head protection, hearing protection, eye protection, and all of this. Okay, activity report. Okay, this is toolbox meeting. Toolbox meeting, uh, informal safety meeting. It is a safety method work on site. And then next is personal protective equipment. So the workers need to use PPE properly, and then also need to clean and maintain the PPE. Okay, and then fall protection program. Okay, this is consider using aerial lift or elevated platform to provide safer elevated working surface, and then use safety net system or personal fall arrest system. Okay, okay. Next is emergency procedures. A plan of actions to be conducted in a certain order or manner, and then in response to a specific class of reasonably foreseeable emergency. And then the last one is inspection. Okay, this is an organized examination or formal evaluation exercise. Okay.
Okay, so this is the activity report. The type of accident is electric shock, minor injury, falling from height, specific minor injury, near miss, possible dangerous exposure, exposed to chemical, burn, and falling material. So the total number of accident for electric shock is 2. The total accident of minor injury is 3. Falling from height 2. Specific minor injury 1. Near miss is 3. Possible dangerous exposure is 2. Exposed to chemical have none, and also burn none. And falling material and equipment was 3.
Next is the weather report. Okay, so this is the weather report. uh, the yellow is Sunday, and then the red one is public holiday. This the black color is uh, rain, and then the gray, light gray is cloudy, and then the dark gray is drizzle on the weather. Okay, so this is the weather report.
And now I am going to present the task 4, which is the project management. And I am going to present about the safety implementation plan of the project. So, a safety implementation plan is a way and step to reduce and minimize any risks and hazards and to prevent fatality among all of the construction worker involved on site. And construction is a very dangerous place to work, and as they will be tend to be more exposable to fatality, like for example, fall from a higher height, get shocked, knocked by plants and machineries. So it is important to make this a safety implementation plan as it is part of the rules and regulation of the OSHA too. So basically, all of the implementation created by us will be practiced by all of the construction team involved in the project. So this is the objective of a safety implementation plan. It is to ensure the successful project deliver and stakeholder satisfaction, and to introduce the best management best practices, to initiate, carry out, and close project, to organize procurement management activities to keep procurement documentation is on track, to be able to achieve better project time management as monitoring tools, and keep control of the project managers, staff, and all teams are on track, to be able to apply the best and quality management practices to improve project deliveries, to maintain health and well-being, enhancing workability by ensuring the site and environment is safe, the growth the organization able to remain free from prospective hazards and mishaps, able to secure safety and health of the workers in the workplace, and able to achieve higher productivity by providing a safe and secure environment. So then we will identify a hazard and safety in the construction. So this is the safety plan for the workplace. So according to this, so we will select a health and safety manager, and we will educate every stakeholder, and we will provide a periodical training and write safety programs for each employees. Select an employee representative, assign responsibilities, and identify the roles. And the next one is health and hazards and safety in construction. So these are the top three things that we will identify for the health hazard and safety, which is hazard, risk, and danger. Um, Usually for the hazard, we will identify the possible physical hazard, chemical hazard, health hazard, psychosocial hazard, and ergonomic hazard. And then we will implant corrective measures and identify the methods. So other than that, for the risk control, we will commence to do so to eliminate and minimize the hazard. So the next one is safety and health management. So this is a very systematic way to managing the safety and health of the project and on site. So the importance is to minimize the dangers and provide a safe environment or a work environment. So to protect the well-being too for each worker. So for a proper management, we usually provide a policy formulation and competence and training for each employees, a site safety checklist, documentation and reporting is very important, communication among each staff, and we also imply the corrective and preventive action, which is CAPA. So these are the corrective and preventive action to be taken, and we imply the 8D methodology for the CAPA creation. So the first one is to plan. After to plan, to describe the problem, take actions, and analyze the root cause, whether it is a hazards or risks or dangers, and try to create a preventive and corrective methods, implement and validate the corrective actions, identify and implement preventive actions, and recognize the team and individuals. So the next one is we appoint a personnel, so which are safety site supervisor from the main contractor, which is us, and the contractor safety supervisor, which is from the subcontractor. Now, the next one is we also provide a temporary traffic management because traffic management is important to make all the operator and workers to aware the sign and route of the construction. And the next one is PPA management, and we will form all of the PPE management, and all of this will be included in the safety and health manual. And the next one is site layout and safety signage. So for the safety signage, here are the site layout, and this is a safety signage that we will install in the site to aware and inform all of the construction workers. And the next one is monitoring the workplace of OSH to monitor the project from time to time. And the next one is the workplace OSH inspection. So this is an inspection of OSH that will be made whether it is informal, general, or the critical parts. So what to do if there is any accident happens? So we will make a statutory notification and reporting. Next, we will investigate the problems with procedures. And the next stage, we will do a reporting and keeping about the problem. So this is the escape route that we've made. And this is an escape route that we've conducted for the project in case of any dangerous problems happen or any fire drills and something. So this is the location of our site, and this is the pathway from each area of people. So for example, if a person is standing right here, he will be using this road starting from here, go here, and this is the assembly point, which is the parking lot across the construction. So each of these has the arrow on where to go and where to go if there is any dangerous situation happens. So thank you.
So in task 4, I'm going to present about a safety and health manual and daily work report. This is our policy and procedures manual. As you can see, the health and safety policy, Rhino Construction Sdn Bhd is committed to the goal of providing and maintaining a health and safety working environment with the view to continuous improvement. So these are the policies. What is the importance of a safety manual? So employers are responsible for providing a safe workplace environment for their employees or workers, free from harm, health hazard, harassment, and others related to safety and health. Next is site daily report. So what is the importance of site daily report? Site daily report helps in refreshing our memory about activities at construction site, and record keeping in construction project helps you get clear insight to what happened on the site. So these are the site daily report in Rhino Construction Sdn Bhd. So these are the example.
Assalamualaikum and hello, I'm Nurul Amanina. I would like to present about Monday progress claim. So this is our completed work. For example, the piling works. The price of the piling work can be obtained from the cash flow or the tender summary. The date start and date finish can be obtained from the CPM that from the EOT task. Also, same goes also with WBLFF, frame external work, water education work, external work, sewerage education works. This value can be obtained from the cash flow and also from the tender summary. So next is current work progress. Same goes to the previous one. The contract sum can be obtained from the cash flow, either the tender summary. And the date start of preliminaries is 4th May 2020. So the date finish will be done on the 16th July 2021. So current work claim is actually for interim payment 6. This is our summary of our claim. As you can see, this the contract sum can be obtained from the cash flow, the tender summary. This percentage either from the cash flow or CPM, we need to refer on the CPM and also the cash flow. Current work done is obviously from the cash flow. Yeah. Next is summary progress claim of payment. This is the 18 May 2020 is the first interim payment, and the value of claim is 734,000 and 1900.87 ringgit Malaysia. The cumulative of claim can be obtained from the cash flow, and the date of claim approval is after 1 month or 2 months of the date of the claim. Total percentage for contract sum can be obtained from here. Yeah, as you can see here. Okay. Same goes to another interim payment also. This 57.18% is the cumulative percentage of claim. Okay, this is a detail of claim of interim payment 6. This contract sum can be obtained from the cash flow, either from the tender, and previous work done we need to calculate the previous work done. So and total work done also. How we got the total work done? So how to get the total work done is contract sum times by total work done, which is 238,959.90 times by the work done, which is 53.33. So we got the total work done. After we got the total of work done for preliminaries, contract sums minus by total work done, so we got the previous work done. So same goes to the piling works, but total work done of piling works is already 100%. Same goes to the building works. Yeah, for example, 3,306,937.20 times by work done to get the total work done. And how to get the previous work done is contract sum minus total work done. This is the total in our contract sum, and this is total work done. How we got the 26.66% is I got 6 items here. So 6 items, 53.33 plus 100 plus 19.94% and divide by 6. So we got this total work done. This is the subtotal for total work done. Okay, this is preliminaries uh, for interim certificate number 6. How we get the previous and current? Okay. Actually, is uh, for example, I took the temporary scaffolding 365 3696.00 divided by 15. So we got 246.40. Why we divide by 15? This is because in our cash flow they had 15 column. Okay, this everything on here mostly are referred to the cash flow. Same goes to the building works. The contract value also can be obtained from the cash flow, either the tender summary, and how we got the total work done is also the same the previous way I just explained. Okay. Okay, this is certificate of claim number 1 until number 5. This is actually how we got this amount is actually from May until July. So we got 734 19.687. So this is the second interim. We got this value from the cash flow, previous cash flow. So this is the interim payment for number 3. This one is number 4. The next is number 5. So that's all from me. Thank you.
So now I am going to present about the extension of time that we have applied for our project. So this is the extension of time letter that we did to request for the EOT. So we only request for one extension of time, so there is a number 1. So by clause 43.1a, it is based on the JKR contract. So we submit an application for EOT number 1 for in total of 34 working days starting from 23rd of April until 3rd of May. Exclude the holidays, so this is all working days because this is due to the COVID-19 outbreak, which is under force majeure. It is a pandemic problems right now, and as provided under clause 57. So, movement control order was executed by the government, and most of the construction projects are on hold except for a very heavy and dangerous construction project like fixing a huge pipe or something. So, because of that, we request to delay the payment for the preliminaries, which is supposed to start on the 23rd, but we request to delay to 4th of May because the MCO was started before the site possession. So we hereby to request for a delay for the payment for prelims. And apart from that, the physical works will be commenced on 10th of June 2020, where this date, 10th of June 2020, the government allowed the construction industries to be done. So This is the application of a new completion date. So the original completion date was on 4th of June 2021 because due to the extension of time they requested for 34 days because of the COVID outbreak. So this is the new completion date for the project, which is on 16th of July 2021. So then for the supporting document, these are the supporting documents that we get from the internet, where Malaysia announced restriction of movement effects starting on 18th of March, which is before the site possession. And for the second supporting document, so all of the work ministry or construction work must stop unless it is very critical and crucial. So the government executed on the 10th of June. So government allow people to go to work on that time. And now I'm going to present the work program, the CPM after the application of EOT. So this is the baseline start is the scheduled CPM, and this is the date after the application for the EOT. So this is how much the delay of the project occurred occur. So as stated in the contract, the site position is on 23rd. So because of the COVID outbreak, so the general prelims will be paid and will be started on 4th of May, as stated at the EOT letter. And the plants and machineries will be started on 10th of June because the physical work will be started on the 10th of June. So to avoid the extra cost, so we decided to rent on 10th of June to reduce the cost of extra pay. And starting, this is the physical work started, and so the completion of the project should be on the 16th of July 2021 after the application of the 34 days of EOT. So now is the cash flow of the construction project after the application for EOT of 34 days. So this is the updated cash flow after the application of EOT. So this is a scheduled one. So as you can see here, there is a delay here because we requested the payment of prelims to May. So we started the payment for May and it will be end on July 2021. So all of these are the delay of the payment. So there will be a delay of around 2 months for signages of provisional sum, delay of 2 months for flagpoles, 1 month delay of the built-in furniture. And as for the piling work, there will be 1 month delay. So it will start on June until August because this is the month of the physical work starting to commence. So for the building work, for the WBLFF, work below lowest floor finish, it will start on 20, on July, and the frame delay for 1 month starting on November. The roof will be delayed for 2 months. The step will be delayed for 1 month. The internal wall will be delayed for 2 months. And the same goes to the external wall. and the door will be delayed for 2 months. The window will be delayed for 1 month. Floor finishes will be delayed for 2 months. Ceiling finishes will be delayed for 2 months. External finishes will be delayed for 2 months. Sanitary fittings will be delayed for 2 months. And sunrise will be delayed for 2 months. So for the site clearings and earthwork, it will be delayed for 2 months, starting from the first month of physical work. And the water reticulation works will be delayed for 1 month, and sewerage reticulation work will be delayed for 1 month, and the MME work will be delayed for 1 month. So table below is the proposed monthly weightage. This is the scheduled excluded EOT. So for the starting from this one, this is all of the EOT included for the cash flow. So there will be a difference in percentage, accumulative, and actual monthly weightage. So this is a schedule after the application of EOT for cash flow. So the final update that I am about to explain is the financial and physical S-curve after application of the EOT for 34 days. So this is the financial S-curve after the application of EOT, where there is a zero payment on the April, and this is the actual S-curve, and this is the scheduled S-curve. So the actual S-curve is the with the application of the EOT that I've mentioned before. So there will be a difference among the plot and the curves of the S-curve for the financial. There will be a slight difference in a few months and the cost. So, and for the next one is the physical S-curve. So this is the physical S-curve. The blue line is the scheduled cumulative and the red one is the actual cumulative. So this is the actual cumulative after the application of EOT. So on so there will be no work commenced on April and May. So it is obviously zero. So the work will be commenced on the June and it's starting to rise until here. So the July has the highest point because it has the most pack and the most higher physical work involved throughout the project.
So next is I'm going to brief about a variation order that is made. So these are the list of variation order. First is change the type of window. Alum casemate single leaf clear glass window to sliding window. And second one is change of sanitary fittings, which is squatting pan. Protect Zen to strap back inlet squatting WC pan to Johnson Sweezy's Endermed squatting pan as strap. So now three is change the type of door, which is single leaf PVC flush swing door to panel door. For this, general condition is agreement between owner and contractor, which is signed by the owner and the contractor of our company, Rhino Construction Sudan Bahat. So the last one is a QA/QC report. So in QA/QC report, we have to make sure that this lists are in the report, and this is the construction safety checklist form, and then list of inspection, After that is list of material approved on site, and list of method statement. After that is a request for inspection. Request for inspection is a project engineer or site engineer will prepare a RFI, request for inspection, report or form, and write the description of the inspection of the work complete. So QA engineer or QA/QC engineer will prepare the work inspection request. So our consultant inspect the completed work. So that's all from our team, which is Rhino Construction Sendirian Bahat, and thank you.